All right, what is up, you guys? Welcome to Market Mondays. Okay, first video is going to be on Tuesday, but that's all right. Welcome to Axia Unlimited. My name's Colio. This is my partner.
JP, what's up?
Awesome. And what we're going to be doing, you guys, is starting essentially a video series. Video series based on market analysis. I've been doing trading. We've been trading together, collectively for a little over 4 years now. So really thought it'd be beneficial for everyone to kind of get some analysis out there and kind of help all the newest people coming into this that really want to learn and that are excited to make some money in the markets, trading as a professional, right? Not an amateur, not a retail trader per se, but as a professional trader that really can come down in here and master these markets. So what we'll do is we're going to hit on EURUSD and GBPJPY today. I'm going to do the technical analysis part. JP is going to do the fundamental analysis part, and we're going to leave you guys with that. So starting everything off, let's kick it into high gear. So EURUSD. All right, let's go from there. What is the prediction? What is the analysis, you guys? As with the news, JP is going to cover that, but that will have an impact on essentially the technical analysis portion of the prediction. So we're looking at the 4-hour chart right here. Pretty basic, right? So a lot of bullish momentum happening in these last several candlesticks. And then after that, it started consolidating. If we hop onto the 1 hour, we can see this thing really squeezing tight. So what we're expecting is a breakout in one direction or the other. Because of the events that are happening, this upcoming London session, we're expecting a bullish move up. And as you guys can see, I've already entered this trade. You can see the take profit and the stop loss already kind of panned out. If you want to copy that, you can go ahead and copy that, but probably not the smartest thing to do if this wasn't your entry point, right? So 1.63 risk to reward trade, good stuff. So I'm expecting a nice push up into the 124.75 area, after which we're going to see some kind of a downfall. It might touch 125. After that, we'll see a level of retracement happening, and then it might be rebounding down lower into these areas. So this is essentially the next move that I'm expecting is going to be upwards. Okay, we're expecting some positive movement happening tomorrow for the Euro USD, which brings me, that's the basic analysis. I'm not going to go super in depth. I'm going to keep this first video, episode 1, is going to be short. Okay, but that's Euro USD. And then after that, let's hit on GBP. Here we are, GBPJPY, you guys. Interesting pair. Okay, interesting pair. It has some complexities happening. Let's hop down on the 4-hour chart. So we're expecting another push up, and I'll tell you why. It had a lot of bullish momentum starting with this the beginning of this week. It kicked off really well, and now we're starting to see the initial formations of a bearish movement down. However, we do believe it has one more leg up that it really wants to show. So we're expecting a push up into the 149.50, possibly a wick touch into that area, potential hit to 150, and this will be the general zone. I've already kind of mapped it out, but it's more like along these lines. All right, is going to be the general zone where we should be looking for sells. Okay, so we're expecting one more potentially bullish day here, and then a nice rejection, and then a fall down from this area. So it should look something along these lines. Right, it might consolidate. We might see a little push up here, little double touch, and then boom, it'll fall. But we'll see a nice retracement going off on this pair. Alternatively, it can consolidate, so just kind of be on the lookout for this pair. It's gone through quite some substantial movement with a lot of bearish momentum happening from the previous month. So with that, those are the outlooks. Those are the forecasts. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off to JP, and he's going to really touch on some fundamentals with you guys.
Yo guys, what's up? Okay, let's start with your USD folio. Can you put the chart up for me?
Yes. All right.
All right. Okay, so the euro, the dollar basically, right? That's the two pairs we have to look at when we're looking at fundamentals, when we're looking at news, and when we're looking at economies. Okay, the dollar, we've been going good, right? Stock market hit record highs and all these things. Tax cuts, people are basically saving more money or earning more money right now, but they're not spending it, right? So the last event that came out was the average earnings, which went down a bit. That was last Friday together with NFP, right? More job growth created. People are getting more, excited, more positive, more not pessimistic, but optimistic for the US dollar, right? Donald Trump creating jobs, making America great again. So dollar in an overall, we got dollar at strength, dollar strength, right? It's not gonna be there's not gonna be a weakness anytime soon right now. Once we're looking at now the euro, right? The euro is getting some big hits, not just off of the central bank of Europe, right, ECB, but also from Brexit and the news that happened in Spain, right? This is stuff that's still pending, stuff that deals can be closed, that are basically key deals for these countries, right? For Europe, for Spain, and for Great Britain, and even Ireland in it. So, news about Brexit. Let's start with Brexit, right? It's one of the biggest news events happening right now that can have a big and long effect on these currencies. Last I checked, there was an article about you can search it up, you can Google it. That the Britain administration, right, the government of Britain, are really positive on getting a positive deal out of Brexit. For Brexit, they think there's some way that they can make it happen, right? They even talk about trying to close the best deal possible for Britain, right? So Brexit is a negative effect for the pound, right? If Brexit, any news that Brexit comes out, or Brexit is, they're going to continue with Brexit and they're going to continue going for Brexit, it's going to basically break down the pound. Why? Because it's going to lose value, right? And from that, EU rises, right? Because there's some rules in a Brexit deal that push some currencies up, right? So let's say Britain wants to exit the EU, right? The EU, as in the whole group of the Europe countries. If they want to exit, the key things in the deal is that they're going to have to pay a lot of money, right? So if Britain is going to have to pay, let's say the Europe congregation, they have to sell their pounds to buy euro and pay them like some $100 billion or euros, sorry, right? Which is basically going to hit Britain really, really hard and going to boost euro really hard. But right now, the last news that came out is that Britain is really positive on really positive on the deal they're going to strike for Brexit, right? Who knows what kind of evil stuff is going to happen in there? If they're going to not pay money at all, if they're going to strike any type of deals with exporting and importing or whatever, so which makes sense with this overall bullish outlook for GJ for now, and then for euro down, right? But before that happens, we're talking on monthly time frames. On the lower time frames, like Cole, you just said, we can experience a rise on the euro before it falls, like a fake out, and on GBPJPY, we can experience a small rise as well, then falling quite a lot. It's going to be like, what is it, like 300 to 400 pips?
Something along those lines. Yep.
Yeah, something along those lines. Okay, so it can rise like that, do the double top on that support and resistance level, and then come down, right? Remember, fundamentals change by the day, by the minute. Okay, so you want to, as I'm speaking right now, after an hour, everything I said could have changed, right? They could have said, we tried out the deal for Brexit, but it's not going to work out, guys. So you can forget it, And if Brexit comes, then it's going to be negative pound. Of course, they don't want that, right? No country wants their currency to crash, okay? But the pound right now wants to decrease in value. Is why? Because the country is struggling with inflation, right? So everything is like hella expensive in Britain. So they want to bring that down. We're on 3% right now. They strive to get it in between 3 and 2%, right? The central bank, and they use different tools to do so. Hiking rates, employment data, CPI data, all these things. They try and bring it down. So that could be the reasoning behind the bearish move that we're seeing right there. But again, news changes every time. So once we get to certain support and resistance levels, pay attention to your candlestick patterns, to your market structure. Respect them, right? Because I mean, these markets can change by the day, right? So that's a basic overall on fundamentals for EU, the dollar, and for the pound. I'm not mentioning the yen right now because the yen is mostly not relevant because it's a currency that wants to stay, calm, right? As we know, Japan, especially Japan, relies a lot on export, right? So if their yen is really valuable, people are not going to buy from Japan anymore because it's so expensive, right? So they want to keep their yen as cheap as possible to make it more attractive for people to buy their products from Japan, right? So that's why the yen mostly does not influence markets, right? But if all markets are experiencing chaos, all investors move their money to safe havens, and the yen is one of those favorite safe havens, okay? And that's why you're going to see the yen moving, okay? So yeah, man, that's fundamentals. Euro, dollar, pound, and the yen.
Awesome. Well, this was your 10-minute quick little scoop for the week ahead. Tune in, you guys, every single Monday moving forward, Market Mondays, and every single Thursday for Technical Throwback Thursday. All right. So see you then and have an awesome trading week. Trade safe.